Hello, friends. My name is Murtaza, and I am an accountant based out of Toronto. My firm's name is Instaccountant, same name as the channel's name. So today we are gonna talk about something that I get a lot of inquiries or questions from my clients and over the phone. So it's how to file HST return. So in this video, we're going to learn how to file HST return for self-employed, uh, for a self-employed person or a contractor who has a corporation. We're going to be discussing both. It's the same process. Everything is almost the same, and I'll be if there is any differences, I'll let you know during this video. So so I am about to file a HST return for a self-employed person who is based in Ontario, and we're gonna see how we can do that online. So actually, CRA has made it quite easy for us to do the net filing. So net filing means that you are able to file a return using the internet, using a browser. So you can come to this link. Just Google HST net filing, and you'll come to this page. You'll land on this page. So it says ready to file. There's some checklists. You're gonna just go through it. It's not very you can. These are common things, easy things to take care of. So we're gonna go to all the disclaimers and everything. Okay, so we're gonna go to this button and hit continue. Okay, so this is where the actual action starts, right? So for HST, just as a quick background, you need to have certain information in your hands first before filing this HST or GST return. So the first thing is that you need to know your business number, which is going to be a 9 digits number, and then RT is the code CRA uses for HST GST program, and then the serial number. So it could be 001, 2, 3, or whatever. But if you just have one program with CRA, one HST program with CRA, then it's gonna be 0001. The next thing is access code. So access code is provided to you by CRA. You cannot use net filing without having the access code. And usually this access code is provided to you by CRA on their physical correspondence. You would receive a letter from CRA, and it specifically shows a four random digit code, which is the access code, without which you won't be able to file it, use the net filing. The third very important thing is the reporting period. So the reporting period is your HST or GST return that is supposed to be the time period it is supposed to be filed for. So usually it begins from the very date you start your not the business, you actually register for HST. That's the beginning date, and it ends at a quarter. At the end of each quarter or the end of year. So while you register for HST, you opted for quarterly reporting, which is like you need to file 4 times a year, or an annual reporting, which is once a year at the year end, right? And if you file HST return before, this is not your first time filing, and you're an annual filer, so then naturally your reporting period will be from the 1st January of that year to the 31st December, the last day of that year. Okay, so these this set of information needs to be accurate, and it has to match with what the CRA server or what the CRA information has on their record. Otherwise, you won't be able to. It won't let you go further in, right? So that's the first thing. Okay, the second thing is, and I'm gonna start putting the numbers in and give you the experience. The second thing is that for HST return, it's not a very difficult task to file the HST return. The difficulty or the complexity is in the numbers, that what numbers you're gonna file. So I am quickly gonna go through some of the information, which is gonna for sure help you, and then I'm gonna show you how it gonna how that information or where that information is gonna be used. So the first thing that you need to know is what is output tax and what is input tax in terms of HST, okay, or GST. All right. So I'll just be referring to HST. I'm just used to of it, but GST, HST. Okay. So it's just the different. The difference is there between HST and GST for sure, and the rates are different as well. Anyway, so you can Google difference. Anyway, so the output tax is simply, as for example, this self-employed person that I'm going to be doing the filing for. So he has collected HST on his income. So whatever income he was making, he was charging his customer or client some HST on top of that income. Now he is supposed to give that HST that he has collected off of his client or customer to the CRA. So that's liability to this guy, this person. So this is called output HST. That is it's gonna be an outlay from this guy, no, let's put it this way. So he's gonna collect the money from the customer and send it off to CRA. So this is output tax. And what is input tax? So input tax is, since he is HST registered, so his business is allowed to claim the input tax credits. What is input tax credit or ITC? So the ITCs are the HST that you have paid as a business on making the business expenses. So you can claim those ITCs against the HST that you collected from the customers, and whatever the net amount is, you're gonna either pay that amount to CRA if it's a payable, or receive a refund from CRA if your ITCs are more or greater, are in excess of the tax HST collected from customers. Okay, so now you know what output tax is, what input tax is. Okay, so output is going to go to the CRA, and input is the amount that you paid on your expenses to earn that income. And now what is gonna eventually what's gonna go to CRA is the net amount of the output and the input. Okay. The other concept, just quickly, what is your income, the gross income? So it is a bit technical area, like you need to know if your income is tax HST exempt, or if you have zero rated supplies or services, and those kind of things. So but to make that simple for you, this is the income that you have earned from selling your services or supplies to your clients or customers, right? But you need to know if there is HST applied, how much HST or GST is applied on the services or supplies that you're selling, and if your services or your supplies are zero rated or they are exempt. You need to know that. That's very important for us, for you to know. Okay, and the last thing is going to be the input tax credits, as I explained before. Whatever expenses as a business you spent, whatever money you spent on your expenses, the amount of HST that you paid on those expenses is claimable. You can claim that those as input tax credit. Okay, so I think that's enough of the talking and the concepts. I think that those are the basic concepts you need to have if you're self-employed or small business or you have a corporation. There are more complexities to HST as well, but we're not gonna go into details. But at least this is gonna help you like 60-70% of the people because who have simple operations with simple businesses. Okay, let's begin. So the first thing is on this screen, net filing screen, we need to know the business number. So I know the business number for my client, and it's going to be A1, and obviously I'm going to hide it so that you won't be able to see it. But just to let you know that this number is a 9-digit number. It's the business number. Your business number is the same number, and if you have registered for HST program, then you would have RT and whatever serial number you have. If you have multiple HST accounts with CRA for the same business, then you would have RD 001, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, so this guy just have one HST program with CRA with this business number, so that's why he has 0001. The next thing is 4-digit access code. As I explained, that this will be provided to you from CRA, and in case you don't have it or you've lost that letter or something, you can always call CRA and get that access code from them. And also you can get the access code online as well. Reporting period, you need to know your reporting periods. As I explained, it could be from the beginning, like from the day you register for HST to the end date, or from the first day of the year to the end of the year. You need to know your reporting period. I've explained that before as well. So this guy, I'm filing this HST return for this guy for 2019. Like we are sitting in 2022, so this friend is quite late, but yes. He didn't do that, so now he has to. So HST is a serious thing. You need to take it seriously. You need to file correctly, accurately, because HST. I've seen a lot of self-employed people, like people who do taxis and trucks and this and that. They forget about HST, but this is important. So you don't want to forget about HST. It's very important. Okay, and also your HST is connected with your income tax return. If you're self-employed, then your personal income tax return, which is T1, and if it's a corporation, then this is connected with the corporation, like the T2 corporate tax return. Okay, how I won't be able to explain that, but at least the revenue or the sales thing is connected, and you need to be very cautious putting the amounts here. So this is the screen again. At the top of the screen, now you know your business number, your business name. If you're self-employed and you don't have a business name, this will be issued on your personal name and the reporting period for which period you are filing this HST return. Now I'm going to put the numbers in. So again, you need to do your numbers, and the numbers could be a bit complicated. So I would say if you need an accountant to take care of the numbers, that's not a bad idea. Okay, so and if it's simple and you understand what you're doing, that's good, because you don't want to mess up the HST return, and then CRA is gonna contact you and ask for explanations. You won't be able to explain those and this and that. So if you're not confident, don't do it. Just pay some accountant. It's not a very expensive thing, and get this thing done for yourself. Okay. All right. So that's the income. So for this guy, the sales on which he collected HST is 9,725.92 cents. Which is going to go on line 101. Okay, so if you get to see the HST if you get to do it manually, like filling in the PDF or paper filing, you will see the same fields on the paper as well, okay, on the form as well, HST filing form. So in the line 101, you're going to put the sales. This is all the sales which attracted HST, and here also which did not attract HST, like the exempt or the zero rated sales. If like this one is used as well if you are claiming any rebate on a property you purchased. Those come over here. Now the next thing is the net tax calculation. So this is as I said, it's very simple. So over here you're gonna in the line 105, which says total GST, HST and adjustments for the period. This is the amount of HST or GST that you collected off of your customers or clients. So you're going to put that amount here, and we also call this amount output tax, as I explained earlier. Okay, so this is output. Now the line 108 is total ITCs and adjustments. So total ITCs, ITC stands for input tax credits, as I explained earlier. So this is the tax credits that you are going to be claiming on your inputs, like the expenses that you paid for and on which you paid the HST. So you're going to be able to claim that HST on those expenses here. So you're going to write those here. Okay, for this guy, this is 983 and 33 cents. The rest of the lines, again, on net filing, the 109 box, it will be calculated automatically. But if you're doing manually, you have to put the difference here if you're doing it on PDF or doing it paper filing. Other credits, if applicable, like if you've, for example, if you've already paid HST in advance, and then you want to mention that amount here so that CRA knows that this is the amount that the person is already, the filer is already paid. Anyway, so we go on all these, the gray areas, these means that you don't have to do anything, because these are the things, the calculations that this form is automatically going to do for us. All right. So that's it. So we just put three numbers in, the income or the sale, the revenue, the GST, HST, which is the output tax, the amount that you collected on your sales, and the ITCs. This is the amount of HST that you paid on your expenses, simply, right? So you're gonna hit next. And okay, so here we see this is the final numbers. So you need to review this, right? So again, on the top you have the business number, the business name, and the reporting period. And then here, this is the HST return. Like it shows which box, what amount you put in which box, right? So we put in line 101, which is this amount. We put amount in 105, which is the HST we collected, and we put amount in 108, which is the ITCs. So it looks good. The net file is 280. So the net tax is coming at $281.04, and this is the amount owing. So this is the amount that you owe, right? That's it. If the numbers are good, the next thing is the form is asking you about the payment. So are you going to make the payment within 5 days, or you're not sure? So I'm not sure, so I'm going to select this. If you're just going to make the payment right after filing, you can select yes and go ahead. And at the end, there is the certification, the standard one, that the information is the best, is correct and accurate to the best of your knowledge and all that, right? So once all this done, I would say I double check my numbers again and match it with my Excel sheet or the spreadsheet that I have worked on already, the bookkeeping file. This, and 281. Okay, this all looks good. Just submit. So all I have to do is submit. There it goes. The end screen is your return has been successfully filed. Your confirmation number is this. You just write this down somewhere, and then this is the it shows the return that you filed, that you just submitted. Okay, so the business number, name, reporting period, and the filing date, and the payment due date. So your payment due date, this for this person, the payment due date has already passed. It was 2020, so I'm sure this guy is gonna have to take care of some penalty and interest on the amount owing. Now, if you're doing it for yourself or whatever, if you want to pay, you can go to proceed to pay, and you can make the payment as well for this return. Or the option is you can save this HST return, and then the next step is that the CRA has already received it. This is your confirmation number, as I said, and they're gonna send you a notice of assessment. If they agree with what you've sent, then they're gonna say, okay, this is the number and this is what you need to pay, and then you're gonna go through that the process of making payment and all. So this is it, a very simple filing process. Again, the only complicated piece in all this is the numbers, how you created numbers, and you need to know what numbers you entered into this return. Alright guys, if you have any questions, if you like the video, you might want to hit like and subscribe to my channel. I usually share information, whatever questions I'm getting from a lot of clients, I usually make a video in there. And if you're self-employed or a contractor, you might want to subscribe to my channel as well. Alright, you take care, enjoy the sunny weather these days, and be safe. Take care. Bye.